Mandel and the Soca House family. Friends.
When your song playing, all she wants is a properly. All she wants is a what are the vibes? You can't kill the vibe. All she wants is happiness. But they playing. They say he's sex or sheep. They put him in with till. Right. Right. I see some school children dancing that song the other day. They had their belly, but they're not editing. They say he's sex or sheep. What you editing? All she wants is happiness. Oh. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why? Because Terra, the governor, sing a double meaning. So it's a problem.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, inside again, the Soca House RPG, and you're chilling on the block with me. You understand? Today, just want to do a little video speaking about the issue with the DJs, the radio people that is having an issue with Terra song, Island and Soca. Right? Now, there's no obscenities in the song. The song is... Alright, so the way we speak dialect. Grenadians. And our tone, when we speak, is very flat. So, in Terra's song, he's speaking about happiness. That's for the standard English, I would say. Standard for people who's from that background and culture. But we are Jab. We are Grenadian people. You understand? We speak differently. We don't, even growing up, I don't know if there's a slight difference between tongue people sometimes and country people speak a little bit different. So, slightly. So, but if you want to be real authentic Grenadian, we don't say happiness. We say happiness. We don't pronounce the NESS. We pronounce it like NI. You understand? Not NE. So it's either we're trying to lose our identity by trying to speak proper or standard English. You understand? I say stick to your identity. And the reason why I'm saying this, a few years ago at work, I met this lady and I was trying to explain something to someone and she overheard me. And when I was finished, she called me over and she was like, oh, where are you from? And I said, Grenada. But I could have heard her accent. She's Jamaican, right? And she was like, I realized you tried explaining something to someone there and you had to stop and slow it down for them to understand. She said, young man, let me tell you something. She said, don't ever lose your identity for anyone. She said, have you realized that we confer so much to people we are alive that we start losing ourselves? And I was like, yeah, I realize that. She said, what you're doing is a small portion of it. You understand? She said, that's how it starts. When you're trying to adapt someone else's way of life, you tend to lose your identity. Understand? So, I'm not just advocating for Terra, but I'm advocating for we as a people, our dialect, the way we speak. And these are the things that JAB stands for. Now, I'll give all you a quick, for who doesn't know, I'll give you guys a quick listen. I already did a reaction video towards Terra the Governor, Island and Soca, so you guys could go check it out. This video is not about that. You understand? So I'll just give you a quick preview of what radio personnel and I guess some other people are having a problem with. Even though there are other songs back in the day that use the same lyric, and it was about 15 years ago. Anyways, Terra. There we go.
She and a couple friends, they come back Jimmy in the island. He's on a Tuesdays, we just link up on a real phone. All she want is happiness, all she want is happiness. No fuss, no fight, just God vibes.
You understand? You can take it, you can interpret it how you want to interpret it. You understand? I always say, I am not responsible, listen, for someone else's interpretation. You can ask the person, what do they mean by that? You understand? You don't take it up on your own self and say, hey, because look, in the title of the song, it tells you is happiness. But the way we speak as Grenadian and as country people, and Terra is from the country, you understand? We say happiness. We don't say happiness. You understand? It doesn't roll off our tongue and say happiness. Your happiness just cut your ass. My father used to tell me that all the time. Happiness cutting your ass. Not happiness cutting your ass. You understand? So for the radio people, you understand? It's either you're trying to maintain and push our roots, our culture, or you want to convert to the British way of life or the US standard English. Choose a side. Now you guys are talking about job. And job is us and job is with culture. Why are you doing this not job? You understand? Terra did a video on it. Terra did a video on the same issue with the radio people. You understand? I don't know which radio station. You understand? And then you're taking away from the vibe of that, because that is really what the vibe is. And she want is happiness. You understand? So it's up to you to apply. Because, all right, let me play devil's advocate now. When we're talking about oil, when she oil down in the morning, or we oil her down in the morning, and the saltfish in my mouth, and we're not spitting it out, that is a double meaning. What Terra singing is a word construct, more or less. So you construct the word and the meaning to yourself, what it means to you. You understand? It's the same thing as saltfish in my mouth and I not spitting it out. You understand? So it's either the actual saltfish when we're doing job, because we don't have pieces of saltfish in my mouth, meat or whatever it is, or it could be a man who like to eat. You understand? Eat front. In that sense. So do not try to nitpick our artist for the creativity. You understand? And try to put it down like he's actually saying something wrong. It is in his title of his music and his video. Your guy could simply put a disclosure and say, hey, a disclaimer, and say, hey, guys, the song is not saying this, but this is what it's saying. Help direct the song to the audience in the right way if you guys think or believe that Terra is saying something else. You understand? So, again, earlier, just listen to the song a little bit. You understand?
No fight, just God vibes. All she want is happiness, all she want is happiness. No fuss, no fight, just God vibes. Can't enjoy your life, go and enjoy your life. Yeah, can't enjoy your life.
Yo, I'll tell you, that is my favorite song for the year. That Terra tune is my favorite song for the year, so I will stand up for it. You understand? And not just that song alone, but I will stand up for any song that is representing our dialect, the way we speak, our culture, and stuff like that. You understand? So, here what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a song, right? I'm going to find a song that 15 years ago Same concept. Same title. Well, not same title. The Terra title is Oil Down and Soca. And you have Happiness. You understand? But this is one of our own soca artists, big artists. You understand? That one a big tune a few years back. Everybody peeping. Super P. So Super P did a song about happiness. You understand? Same thing. His title is Happiness. But the way we speak as Grenadians, I said we do not say the NE, we say NI. You understand? Like we don't say what are you doing, we say what you're doing. You know? We don't say what's wrong with you. Say, well, what are you? You understand? So do not, as radio people, you guys have a job to do. Yes, you could play the music, but you also have a job to present it in the right way. You have a mic in front of you, just like I have a mic in front of me. You guys could say, hey, disclaimer. Bam, 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 bam. You understand? Don't mute it when all you know that the vibes in the song. You understand? When other artists did it before. You understand? So anyways, let me just jump in the super.
Paris and the mad soca DJ from all about.
What them woman want, what them woman love, what them woman want, what them woman love. No, a lot of men in this society, they always saying women bad. They always quick to pass the judgment, but he who have no sin cast the first stone, lad. No man do bad, no man do bad. All a woman want is happiness, so we got to put them to the test, lad. Jennifer want happiness, want happiness. Shelly want happiness, want happiness. And Shoma want happiness, want happiness. What them woman want, what them woman love, what them.
You understand? That was played back in the day. Yes. I don't come and say, oh, then and now is different. Our culture do not change. Who we are as a people don't change. We allow people to come in our space and try to redirect who we are so we can lose our identity and adapt their way of life. It's a job. It's a bad slave. And I will stand on it. Understand? I will stand on it. So it doesn't matter how you might want to flip it and say, oh, it's for the public. Come on, guys. We have YouTube today. We have Spotify. We have everything. If radio don't play it, it's still gonna play. You understand? But you guys are on the forefront to help push the culture. So why not direct it and present it in the right way? Say what the title is. Say what it means. Ask Terra what he mean, because you could hear the double play on words. You understand? So you could have a double meaning. But ask the creator, ask the writer of the song, hey, it could sound like this, it could sound like that. What you say? You understand? Oh, you understand? Ask the creator. So, with that said, I hope that our radio people can play the music. You don't have to beep it out, because it's not what you think is what he's saying, what the title is saying, but you can interpret it different ways. You could interpret a lot of music different ways. Remember that sparrow? Never eat a white meat yet? Man, I thought it was chicken breasts and rib and wings. As I get older, yeah, that's sad. It's double meaning. You understand? But in Terra and Super P case, it's not double meaning, it's double analyzing. Because it is said happiness. But because of our dialect, we say happiness. It could sound like happiness. Up, hap, up, hap. Yeah? Happiness, happy, happiness. Happiness. You understand? You can remove the H, you can add the H. But that is up to you. But what the artist is saying, the artist is saying happiness. You understand? For the standard English. You understand? And for our dialect, it's happiness. So leave this song. You understand? Don't try to stop this song or try to slow down this song. That's the baddest song for this year so far. You could say what you want to say after that. You understand? That song have the energy of job decisions last year. More the payroll. That type of energy. I ain't saying you put all together and you get Terra song, you know. The same energy that payroll, burial, greasy down, job decision. You understand? Them tune and them day, the energy you get from that is that same energy that comes from that song. So do not try and hold it down. You understand? We have this habit. We have this habit of trying to hold on our music, and then when it busts out somewhere else, we want to run behind. Same thing with Mr. Killer. When Mr. Killer came out with the wood, they fight it. When he busts an open in Trinidad, everybody on it. Yo, just push the culture, push the music. You understand? If it's music with obscenities, I could understand. You understand? The vulgarity in that song is our mind, not the lyric, not the creative. It's us who add in the vulgarity in our mind. Because, yes, it's so close in sounding, so we could say happiness instead of happiness. So with that said, I hope all you just reconstruct the way I start blipping out the vibes in the song. Understand? So Alia, have a good one. Be a job. You understand? That's what job is. That's what job stand for. Be a job. Understand? As soon as somebody in authority speak, are they ready to bow all your head? They don't stand for nothing, you know. I don't just want to talk about, job this and job is that and job is revolution and job is standing up against this. They don't stand up against nothing. They're just full of chat. Anyways, we're out.